Hi guys, welcome to another Movement Mindfulness with me, Jez, and of course with Trusty Gilbert. Again, very sleepy today. We're up in the bedroom again today, still having problems with a water leak in our downstairs, so back up in the bedroom, a little bit restricted for space, but not going to let that stop us, are we, Gilbert? Absolutely, that's what I said. You can tell the barbers are shut because the lid is starting to look a little bit ridiculous. My hair grows at some rate, I tell you what, and also obviously sporting the very fashionable November moustache. I've also lost a tooth, which you maybe wanted to look at, look. So really am looking top drawer at the moment, so I apologise for that. But look, we're going to come back at you with another movement and mindfulness session today. This first one is going to be quite high octane. It's going to be quite leg specific, so we're going to do a slightly different warm up today, which is going to isolate the hips a little bit more, get our hips rotating backwards and forwards, internally and externally. I'm also going to use, I threw a dummy 1 week until I was going to use some equipment. I'm going to use these mini glute bands for one part of the session today, and then the next episode I am going to use these. So these are so cheap, they're a couple of quid, if that, maybe 2-3 quid, depending on how many you get. You can get different resistances. They're really brilliant for glute strength, hip strength, an area that I find difficult, so definitely worth investing a little bit of money in that. Right, without further ado, let's get going. I don't think Gilbert's going to be moving much, are you? No, a little bit of a wag of the tail. I'm going to do these hip switches, these kind of 90-90 or shin box or whatever you like to call them. So you're just going to start in a seated position, hands down behind you, nice and comfortable, nothing too crazy. And all you're going to do is you're going to switch your hips from one side to the other. Hope everyone's doing okay. As ever with these movement and mindfulness sessions, about 15 minutes just for you, a chance to, well, move, get fitter, hopefully switch off from what's going on in the world. We're still in this COVID pandemic at the moment, and if you're a teacher out there, at my school at the moment, lots of teachers struggling with what's going on, lots of students struggling with what's going on. There's a lot in the news about people feeling lonely, people that are normally active not being able to go to the gym. This is one way you can keep active without needing a gym. Following this series, checking in with me and Gilbert, and just giving yourself some time for you, whether that's an episode where we're taking it quite steady, or one like this where we're going to start off steady, and then we're going to pick it up a little bit. So we are going to focus, like I say, on the legs, but we're going to go for some quite high intensity work, and there's going to be different levels, so don't worry if you feel like you're not super fit at the moment or haven't got loads of experience. That's not a problem, there's always a different level. Right, we're going to just change up these hip switches. Don't even know how many I've done here, but when we go now over to one side, so you're going to get your right leg down to the right side, left knee behind. We're in a 90-90 position. I'll just shuffle back a little bit so you can see, and from here I just want you with your chest up to put some weight forward towards that front knee. So we're just feeling a bit of a stretch in the glute, in your bum, maybe in your IT band, which is on the outside of your thigh, and just lean forward, but not flat down. So chest is up, back straight, and we're just leaning forward. We're going to switch over to the side, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so in this shin box position still, 90-degree angle in the front leg and the back leg. Thinking about getting involved, aren't you? And then we're leaning forward. And just leaning into the stretch. Okay, back over to the side. As ever with these positions, try and breathe, so breathe in through the nose. As you breathe out, see if you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. That's it, Gils, that's it. Put down dog there for you. This dog is beautiful, but his breath is absolutely horrific. And let's go one more the other side. I can feel it in my legs. Hope everyone's doing okay and you're not struggling too much with COVID or anything else that's going on. Remember, when you do these workouts, try not to think about what's happened during the day or what's going to happen tomorrow. Try and just give yourself these 15 minutes or so where you're not overthinking, where you're just staying in the moment, and that's the mindfulness part. Okay, now with these hip switches, what I want you to do, we're going to switch over, and as we switch, I want you to push your hips through towards that front shin. So I've switched my legs over to the right hand side here. Get into bed. Get into bed. There you go, there's your bed. You're confused, aren't you, mate? Well, I moved it. Good lad, good boy. So now as you switch your hips over to one side, so to the right hand side, push your hips up and through. Now if you struggle, you can use your hands on the floor to push, but try if you can from here to push up and through. Okay, and then back down, switch the hips over to the other side, and it's the same deal, push the hips up and through. I should have said at the start, trusty water, guitars are optional, sit down, switch over the other side. This is really good for your hips. You're getting that femur, which is your thigh bone, twisting in the socket of the pelvis, and then as we push through, we're getting all the muscles. So we've got our glutes and we've got our hip flexors, and some of the other muscles that are deep in here are working to push up and through. So you're probably firing some muscles that maybe don't work that hard, might have been sat, not working hard, or might not be as strong as some of the other muscles in that area. So these are really good, quite a weird movement, but after we repeat a few of them, you'll start feeling a little bit of fatigue, but you should start feeling like you're loosening up as well, which is what I'm starting to feel. And again, in previous episodes, my right hip, I had lots of problems with my right hip, but these sorts of movements, switching the hips over, rotating them and using these mini glute bands has really, really helped. Okay, give that a shake and a breathe, have a little sip of water. Something that's been in the news this week is, what I said at the start, is that loneliness. I think they said from 19 to 26 year olds, which is interesting, is a real issue at the moment. So if you are coming on and connecting with us and on here, I hope you're not feeling lonely, and at any point please do reach out to us. The website is lifeontime.co.uk. youHQ is the goal setting and personal development platform that we offer to schools, we offer it to teachers and to students, and we are just all about people being happy and feeling good about themselves, and one part of that is being physically fit, and that's the sort of where this video comes in and where this series comes in. Okay, so I'm going to get this mini glute band. I've got two. The green one's slightly easier than the black one. The black one's a bit thick. I'm going to go with the green one, and we're just going to do something called crab walks. Okay, so what I want to do with this, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I'm just going to move the camera up so you can see me. I'm just going to hook this. See how much difference that's made. Probably not that much. So I'm hooking it. Hopefully you can see that over my feet. Now you can hook them anywhere really. You can hook them at your ankles, up by your knees, but for this particular movement, I'm going to put them over my feet here. Okay, and I'm going to get this dog out of the way because he's. There you go. Get his bed over here. I've moved his bed so I freaked him out. Right, so we're going to hook it over. Bed. And what we're going to do here, we're going to just shuffle across and keep the resistance in the band. So I'm going to keep my feet about shoulder width apart and just do 5 or 6 shuffles across before I go back the other way. I don't want the band to come together. Just keeping my hands in towards my chest and my elbows in tight, so I just engage my core a little bit, and I'm just shuffling. So they're called crab walks because that's how a crab moves, sort of. Okay? Now if you don't have one of these, you can do this without. You just shuffle along. Back the other way. Okay? You can have one more go. If you haven't got one, get one. Mini glute bands, get them off anywhere really, online at the moment. Just do one more and you'll feel this in your side of your bum, your gluteus medius. And back the other way. Okay, good stuff. Right, our hips should feel nice and warm. If you want to, if you're feeling tight in your hamstring, then you can go into our inchworm, so you can hang. Okay, I'm just going to do one of these, walk out, just walk out to down dog, and have a little pedal, get the calf stretched off. So I'm going to do quite a high intensity session. We're going to do some Tabata, which is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of work, and it's going to be pretty leg focused, like I said, but there'll be different levels. What am I doing? Walk your hands back up, a little stretch here, and come up. So it's going to be pretty leg focused, but we're going to wait for 20 seconds on and have a 10-second break. The break will not feel very long, okay? So you give it your best when you're working for 20 seconds, but I'll go through the movements with you now and we'll just practice them together. Okay, so we're going to do split lunges. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a standard lunge. Okay, I'll do it in this direction first. So step forward on the front leg, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, a bit like that hip switch. The back knee just kisses the ground. Now it's a split lunge, which is supposed to be you jump and change. Okay? But if that's too difficult, then you can just step backwards, step backwards. Now I have got a Jez Special lunge if you're feeling really fit or you're super fit. So on the Jez Special, you're stepping forward. I step forward with my left leg, my right arm comes forward, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump in the air, knee up, and then put that back down before I land. So like that. Okay, it's pretty tough. I might go with the middle one, which is here, and then jump. And we're controlling that movement. Okay, so that's split lunges. The second one we're going to do is squat toe taps. So we're going to squat, okay, so legs shoulder width apart, don't let your knees go in, push your knees out actively over the toes, try and keep the heels on the ground, chest high, down to 90, and then as we jump, we're just tapping our toes together. Again, if that's too hard, just do normal squats. If you can't get all the way down, you can pulse, or you just do standard squats if you haven't got the jump or you've got a knee problem or ankle problem or something like that, okay? So that's the first two movements. And then the last one is Cossack squats. We've done these before, so we're nice and wide with the legs. As wide as we can pretty much go without falling over. And with these, we're sort of doing a side or a lateral lunge across, but we're turning up. Okay, and then we're going across to the other side and we're turning the outside foot up. Trying to keep that heel on the ground. Struggle a bit on my right hand side. Again, if that's too much, we're just going to go side lunges. Okay? And again, if that's too much, just go as far as you can, even if you're just moving across. But ideally, we're going to sink down nice and low, come up, and across the other side. So this, I guess, is going to be the slowest of the three movements. And every movement is going to be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Cool, I'm blowing already. Not exactly a great advert for this. Okay, have a quick swig of water, or whatever you fancy. And then we're going to get into it. We've got time going on here. So split lunges, squat toe taps, Cossack squats. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Yeah, we'll probably do 2 rounds. Now you could do more. Obviously at any point in any of these videos you can rewind them and do them again. Okay, so we're starting with our split lunges and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'll go this angle for you. So we're jumping, or we're just simply stepping, up to you. But we're going at a decent pace without compromising our form. So we're staying high in our chest. Opposite arm comes forward. As you lunge and the back knee just kisses the ground. And stop there, 10-second break. Okay, next is squat toe taps. So we're squatting and then jumping and tapping our toes. So we're going squat, toe tap. Good stuff, guys. Remember, this is for you. Try and breathe as you go through these movements. And stop there. And then Cossack squats. I reckon we can do this more than twice, maybe 3 times. Okay, let's go. So we're going over, legs are wide, turning up. Go to the other side. Go as far as you can. So if you're here, that's fine. Lateral lunges if you can. Turn that outside foot up and sink down into the squat. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 10-second break. And then back into split lunges. 3, 2, 1, let's go. I told you that the rest in Tabata doesn't feel long. Let's try just special. Hop, hop, and oh, we've gone past it. No, keep going. Oh, stop there. 10-second break. Right, squat toe taps. Well done, guys. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pretty tough on the legs, this. Trying to land softly on the balls of the feet. So I'm trying to land without making too much of a loud noise, because my wife's downstairs watching I'm a Celebrity, and I'm sure she preferred to sit out on deck, stop there, than me doing squat jumps. Okay. Whew. Cossack squats. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Across, turn. Across and turn. Good work, guys. You're doing really well. Oh, the moustache starting to tickle the top lip, which is not ideal. I wonder if there's any other dodgy. Maybe the moustache is up there. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Let's go for one more. Come on. In for a penny, in for a pound. Or in for a burn, in for a fry, as my old mate Pinhead used to say. Let's go. Split squats. I don't think I've got a special in my locker. Oh, maybe one. Woo. Okay, now I've got to go to the side. Got to level it up. Level it up. Come on. Whoa. Oh, 3, 2, and stop. My legs are burning. Great work, everyone. This is the last round. And let's go. 3, 2, 1. Squat toe taps. Try and get down to 90. Chest stays high. Keep breathing. Great work. 5 seconds. Oh, my legs are burning. 3, 2, and stop. One more. Cossack squats, last one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Not too fast on this one. Get the quality. Oh, God, that right side stuff. Try and sit back on the heel. Use your arms out in front to help you counterbalance. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and hold it there. Great job. Oh, that was tough. Like I said, if you want to go again, you'll be a lot tougher than me. You can go again, but that was enough for me. Tabata, probably one of the best ways you can burn fat if you've got a short amount of time to work out. Again, these last couple of episodes have been pretty high octane, whereas the first few were really designed just to get us moving, flowing and stretching, but now we're moving a little bit faster. They won't all be like this, so let's do some mindfulness. Oh, I can't even talk at the end of the session. Okay, right, first one, the classic, stretching off the hamstrings. Let's get our legs out in front, just move back a bit, and just with straight legs, toes pointed up, so ankles are dorsiflex, which means they're there, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Lean forward as far as you can go now. You'll see how appalling my hamstring flexibility is. You can get to your toes, that's great. Just about get to my toes, and hold. And breathe. Into the nose, and out to the mouth. Two more breaths. And as you breathe out, try and get a bit deeper into the stretch. One more. And push. Okay, good work. Come up. Okay, last couple. We go with butterfly. So feet in towards you, knees out, elbows into knees, and just work those knees down towards the floor. Again, some of you will be more flexible than me. Got a bit better at this, I'll be honest, after practicing. Not too bad. My right hip is feeling a bit stronger and a bit more flexible than it has been. And again, shut the eyes and breathe. So just hold this position, and as you shut your eyes, just think about 2 light weights, or maybe someone pressing down lightly on your knees, so they're pushing them down towards the ground, and just feel the knees slowly and controlled sinking down towards the ground. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, let them drop and relax. One more breath, deep breath. And as you breathe out, let them drop further. Now look and see where they are. Oh yeah, I've gone a lot further, which is great. Okay, good stuff. One more. Frog position. Okay, so this is butterfly, but lying down forward. So I'll try and get in a position where you can see this. So my knees are coming out wide here. I'm going to keep my feet together. I'm going to push my hips down towards the ground. Okay, so camera's not at a great angle. I'll go from here. So we're here, legs are wide, like that, and we're letting our feet come together, letting our knees go out, and pushing our hips down towards the ground. I'm going to struggle to get a decent angle for you, but hopefully you understand what I mean. Okay, and from there, push the hips down and just lean into the stretch. So heavy hips should feel, if you're tight in your hips, one of them feeling a little bit tighter. So again, on my right hip, I can really feel that. You can arch the back a little bit if you like, get a little bit of a lower back stretch in. Okay, now reach forward so you're on your forearms and just let the hips drop a bit more. And breathe. 3 deep breaths here. Again, just like the butterfly stretch before, let the hips feel heavy. Imagine there's a weight just on your bum, pushing your hips down and letting the hips drop. And one more breath here. Okay, rock back. And come up onto your knees and give yourself a pat on the back and say well done for doing another movement and mindfulness session with me, Jez, and with Gilbert, who was here at the start. Who knows where he is now? He's asleep. As always, guys, youHQ, said it already. That's our goal setting platform that we're using with schools. At the moment, if you are interested in any of the work we do, we create online content, podcasts, videos, doing some great collaborations with other people at the moment. Really important time in the whole world for wellbeing. We are a wellbeing company, and the thing that we are passionate about is people feeling good about themselves and therefore going on to be happy and successful in whatever they're doing. So lifeontime.co.uk, youHQ is the online platform. Get in contact. I hope you enjoyed the video, and from me and from Gilbert, see you on the next one. See you later, take care guys.